What's up guys, Mr. Fagos here, and today I'll be covering the cosine of sine rule, and this is for grade 8 to 9 for GCSE. So let's begin. So our sine rule basics are here. So this formula will not be given in your exams, but as you know it's A over sine A equals B sine B, or sine A over A equals sine B over B. So I also recommend you to look for high tier must learn this formula, so if you're doing foundation, just skip this video. But it's pretty self-explanatory, as in your side here, angle A is always opposite side A, and so for all these other sides and angles. So cosine rules, so A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC equals A, and this will be to work out the opposite angle, side opposite the angle. So if I want to work out what C is, I know what this angle is, and I know what these sides are, so you'll be able to use this formula to work out the opposite of side of it opposite the angle. And cos A will be to work out the angle given that you the three sides of the triangle. So sine rule example here. So we have to use the sine rule here. So sine A over A equals sine B over B, and 10 is opposite. Side 10 is opposite 75 degrees, and the 8 is opposite M. So what we have to do is we get sine m, we literally substitute in the values that we have. So sine m is opposite 8 equals sine 75 over 10. And then we multiply both sides by 8, and we use the inverse of sine to get m by itself, and we get m for 50.6 degrees to one decimal place. Now a sine example here. So this time we have a sine rule, so you're using, we're now working up the side, so we use the A on top, that's A and B on top, and the right hand side underneath it, because we are working out the sides. So we have 7 is opposite 60, the 7, side 70 is opposite 60 degrees, and 80 degrees is opposite x, and we substitute in the value, so you have x over sine 80, and 7 is opposite sine 60. So then we rearrange for x. So you'd have sine 80 here, so you could times sine 80 into the other side, and you get x by itself, and you should get 7.96 centimeters for this side. So here's a cosine rule exemplar. Here we have another example to work out the angle. So we have we use this formula: cos A equals B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. And now we substitute in the values: 3.1, which will be our B, 4.3, which will be our C, 5.9 is our A, because remember it's all opposite the angle, which is A. So then sine A, so cos A of the angle of A. So then we can substitute B from here, C from here, so that goes in. And then whatever this is, we use the inverse of cos to get A by itself, because you know it's cos A, so you need the inverse of cos, and we should get 104.58, which looks about right. Looks more than 90 degrees, but not exactly 90 degrees, so that looks about right. So a cosine example here, so we use the following formula: A squared equals B squared plus C squared minus 2BC times cos A. So now we're working out the unknown x value here, given that 5, 7, and angle 44. So what we do is that we use x squared, so the formula x squared, so we might as well substitute in all the values we have. So x squared, 5, 7, and we just substitute all these values in. So I would normally label it like B, C, A. This has to always be A. These two here, 5 and 7, don't really matter if you call them C or B. But as long as this is always A, so then you do x square root the answer that you get from this, because we have one x by itself, and we get 4.86 for this angle, for this side. So I've got a problem for you to try. It's from one of those practice papers, whenever, but you're working out CAB. So have a go, click pause and have a go, and I'll resume, and I'll probably show you my thought process behind it. Okay guys, so we want to work out the angle CAB. So I'm going to be, I'll be showing you my thought process with this problem. So CAB, so we're working out this angle here. So I'm going to minimize this problem here. So that it's still legible. Let's drag this along here. Right, let's try this. Right, and then I'm going to drag this across here. Right, okay, so we're trying to task to find CAB, so we know that we're going to be finding an angle of we're going to use sine A over A equals sine B over B. And now we will need to substitute in the values. So we have we call this x if we want to, so we could call it x if we let's call it x. So sine x over 10 equals sine 63 over 14. And now we want to ruin for x, so what we do is that we times so we're left with sine x equals sine 63 over 14 multiplied by 10. And now we want to find the inverse of sine for x, so x so we need to do x equals sine minus 1 for whatever that was answer, because now we should get let's try putting this calculator. We should be getting, we put it to 2 decimal places, 39 x equals 39.52. Let me insert special factors, degree. Yep. Okay. So that's for I. So for the same question, we have been tasked to find out the length of AB. So with AB, we know we could, since we know what this angle is and what this angle is, we could add up what we got before, so 39.52 plus 63. That'll be 102.52 for this angle. And now I want to take away this 180 minus 102.52 equals 77.48. And now it's just simply substituting in from your formula. A squared equals b squared plus c squared minus 2bc times cos a, because you know what cos a is here. So let me type this in. So a power squared equals b squared, doesn't matter if you choose 14 or 10. So I'm going to 14 squared plus 10 squares minus 2 14 times 10 multiplied by cos 77.48, which will give also we need to square root this, so we could do square root also. And this would give us, and you should get 15.34 to two decimal places. So those are the answers for 1 and 2. So in summary, all formulas need to be learned as they're not given in the tests, like the old specification. So you could get it in paper 1 because you need to learn the trig rules and stuff like Sine 60. So yeah, guys, if you want to request any more videos from me, please subscribe and like, comment down. I probably have a lot of time to respond to your comment and make videos for them. And yeah, peace out, guys.